A very good morning, class 9. Well, to say about yesterday's online class, it was really nice, interactive. I've received many posters which I'll analyze in the next week. Okay, so I'm checking them out, and I'm also seeing the write-up that you have written on a noted musician. So I'm going through, and some of your posters are so bright, attractive, to the point, synchronized with the concept. So really kudos to you all. Superb, well done, class 9. You seem to be understanding the concept very well. So a truly beautiful mind we have completed revision. So now we are doing the revision section one by one, and whichever chapters you have doubt or you have you need some clarification, you can definitely post it in the Google Classroom so that I can take up first those chapters, and whenever we'll have the online test, then probably we can use those materials because they are important materials. The revision materials will be anyways. So today I'm taking up wind. In this unit, it was basically it's a unit 2. Fine. So there's a chapter along with which I'll do again next week or maybe later. Well, so we are taking up Wind by Subramanya Bharati. The wind blows strongly and causes a lot of destruction. How can we make friends with it? Another thing is about this poetry, let us understand, is the aspect, the furious as well as the softer aspect. Though here we only talk about the furious or the enraged aspect of the wind, but still we want to bring an optimism, a kind of a positive thought along with this particular furiousness of the wind. Fine. So anyways, when we are doing this poetry, first I'll read the poetry, and reading poetry is very important because the major idea of the poem is conveyed through the tone and the expression that you use while reading the poetry. So first I will read the poetry with a lot of expression so that you understand it. And regarding the poet, there's nothing to speak because he is unparalleled in the Tamil literature. He is the greatest, or you can say great Tamil poet, famous for his patriotism in the pre-independence era. A.K. Ramanujan is a Kannada, an English poet, well known for his translation of classical and modern poetry. So it is translated by A.K. Ramanujan. He is another, you can say, a star in the fraternity of English literature, especially Indian English literature. A.K. Ramanujan, we had done a lot of material, or you can say novels and write-ups of A.K. Ramanujan later in the graduation phase. So when you talk about translation, you might think, you have a feeling that maybe it is not the very original, but Ramanujan has kept all the essence of Subramanya Bharati. Whatever he wrote as the wind, that has been kept intact. So that's why it is well it's read and appreciated. Well, so I'm reading it, understand, and I'll explain certain points so that this poetry will be covered. Okay, it will be done. Wind, come softly. Don't break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the papers. Don't throw down the books on the shelf. There, look what you did. You threw them all down. You tore the pages of the books. You brought rain again. You are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. Frail, crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. The wind god winnows and crushes them all. He won't do what you tell him. So come, let's build strong homes. Let's joint the doors firmly. Practice to firm the body. Make the heart steadfast. Do this, and the wind will be friends with us. The wind blows out weak fires. He makes strong fires roar and flourish. His friendship is good. We praise him every day. Okay, so children, when we have a reading of the poetry, we have an idea that it is all the commands of the poet to the wind. So obviously it's like personified. The wind as a human being is coming in the life of the poet, and us, everybody, all the readers, and the poet is instructing the wind, but the wind doesn't listen. The wind has its own will and fancies, whims and fancies, and it will never listen to the dictates of somebody else, because it is the natural way of life. Fine. So initially the first 3-4 lines where you find the poet is instructing, commanding, dictating the wind to be softer. But the wind is having no concern for the poet's dictates. Okay, so the wind comes softly, don't break the shutters of the window. These are only we can request, though it seems to be a command here. Like you get angry with something and say, please don't do this, please, please, please don't break the shutters, okay? Don't scatter the papers, fine. You have done a lot of havoc last week or maybe the very previous night. So please, please be a little sober, please be calm and all. So you are requesting along with a little bit of irritation in your voice. So Subramanya Bharati, or the poet, has this irritation along with kind of instruction, a command or request, whatever you feel like. Imperative sentences. Wind, come softly, please. Don't break the shutters. Don't scatter. So there is a tone of annoyance, or there's a tone of irritation in the poet's voice. So, and don't throw the books from the shelves or on the shelf, but then you do it all. Fine, and look what you did. See, you've done it, na? You scold a little fellow, isn't it? You scold when you scold your younger brother, or when teachers scold children. See, you've done, isn't it? We have told you not to do, but still you have done. So that kind of a tone it is. Fine, you have thrown all the books down. You tore the pages. What a kind of devastation you are creating here. You have destroyed this, you have torn this, you have split this apart, you have kind of brought a lot of destruction. You are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. So there is a little satire. You are very clever at poking. Means so you poke fun at weaklings when we are requesting, you are not listening, isn't it? So you consider us very weak. Frail, crumbling houses, crumbling doors. So whom are you targeting at? The weak things. You are targeting the weak things and letting them crumble, shatter, frail, which are delicate and kind of it is very wobbly. Those things are breaking down. Maybe it's houses, it's doors, it's rafters. Rafters are the the top level. In the attic side, you put some bamboo type of thing, and that is the rafters. You can store also sometimes something. Crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, and even people die. I mean, even they cannot manage, or they cannot tolerate to bear the high velocity wind. Crumbling lives, so many destructions, loss of property and life happens. So you're doing it. Even there's crumbling hearts, because when your near and dear one passes away due to this loss or due to this wind, the devastation brought by the wind and cyclones, automatically it has shattered you completely. It has made you succumb to all these difficulties. Fine. So anyways, the wind god winnows and crushes them all. So it is the wind god's wish to crush everything, whatever comes in the path of it. Let it be big, small, weak, strong. But then our idea or our intention should be to build something strong which can tolerate, which can bear, which can face the wind. Fine. So he won't do what you tell him. The instructions that you give, it will not follow. So come, let's build strong homes. So homes is even can be relationship. It can be strong relationship. It can be strong homes. It can be your what you call self to be strong, where your emotions do not touch you much. Okay, so wind is all the negatives. Fine. Here, if you consider the wind is negative, but we have to make ourselves strong so that we can face the negative and make it positive. Okay, so let's build strong homes and let's join this doors firmly. Let not be lazy and weak. Practice to firm your body. So make your body, your emotions, yourself very strong. Make the heart steadfast. So your heart should be of the quality of the steel and iron. It should be so hard, steadfast, determined. Do this and the wind will be friends. And if finally you make yourself strong enough, wind won't do any kind of havoc or destruction in your life. You will be equally strong. And then wind is like a friend to you. It blows out weak fires. The people who cannot face or tolerate, they'll not survive, and the fit one will survive. So again, this is a scientific idea, survival of the fittest. So make yourself strong like the fires. The strong ones will roar and flourish, the flames will leap up. So your willingness, your fire within should flourish. It should go leap up. His friendship is finally good. So fine. If he is not your friend, then obviously it is your foe, an enemy. But once you have strengthened your body, it becomes your friend, and then everything is for your good. Okay, children? So probably we'll do the question answers of this and reference to the context tomorrow. Let's see. Fine. Thank you, students.